Yes, sir! Some Houston Rockets fans are turning on James Harden. What's up, MDB fam? What's up, Rockets fans? We back with another video. Today we're going to talk about the James Harden situation and how some Houston Rockets fans are turning on James Harden. We're going to discuss 4 things in particular. We're going to talk about how the fans are turning on him, why the fans are turning on him, why I personally feel like it's unfair for some fans to turn on James Harden, and we're going to talk about the James Harden situation going forward. So before I get into it, make sure you guys like the video, subscribe to the channel. We do new NBA videos every week. Okay, so let's get into it. So some Houston Rockets fans are turning on James Harden. And this is something that's been going on for a while, ever since James Harden expressed that he wants a trade from the Rockets. He said particularly that he'd like to be traded to the Nets, and ever since then, we've just been seeing some rumblings coming out of the Rockets organization, seeing some rumblings coming out from James Rockets' side. So there's just been a lot of rumors going around back and forth. Due to this, we're seeing a lot of Rockets fans turning on James Harden somewhat. Like, for example, I was on Woj's Instagram page. I don't know if you guys know Woj. Most people know Woj. He has 1 million followers. He's one of the biggest basketball writers in the world. So I was on Woj's Instagram page, and he was talking about the James Harden situation and how James Harden hasn't shown up at camp and stuff. And in the comments, I see the top comment in the comment section is from this girl, and she says the Rockets should fine James Harden, they should suspend him for the rest of the season, and then at the end of the season they should trade him to any team except the team that he wants to go to. And I'm like, bro, what? This is the most liked comment. That means that most people agree with her. Like, out of all the comments, that was the comment that people most agreed with, that the Rockets should fine and suspend James Harden for the entire year and then trade him to another team that he doesn't even want to go to. That part I understand. I understand that they should trade him to a team, not necessarily that he doesn't want to go to, but they should trade him to a team that gives them the best return. Not just a team that he wants to go to because he wants to go there. Yes, they could do that. It would be nice to do that, but they don't have to. And it wouldn't make sense to do that if it's not best for them business-wise. Like, if they can get a better package from a different team, it would make more sense to trade him to that team as opposed to the team he wants to go to just because y'all have a good relationship. At least you used to have a good relationship. Now the Rockets-Harden relationship is going sour pretty quickly. So it seems like a lot of Rockets fans agree with this. And to me, I just feel like I understand where you guys are coming from, because the reason why some Rockets fans are saying this is because, as you guys know, James Harden has not shown up to training camp yet. He was supposed to be there since either Friday or Saturday, but he hasn't shown up yet. He missed a one-on-one workout on Sunday. He didn't show up to training camp yesterday, which was Monday. Saturday, he was spotted at Lil Baby's birthday party in Atlanta. I think the last time we saw James Harden, he was spotted in Las Vegas or some shit like that. So I can understand why Rockets fans are mad about that. Your star player, your quote-unquote leader, is supposed to be at training camp, but he's kind of disgruntled right now, and instead of being at training camp, he's going to parties with Lil Baby with no mask on, coronavirus, and he's being spotted in Vegas. So I can see why Rockets fans would be mad. Also, they're going to be mad because their star player, a guy that's been beloved to them for 8 seasons, has requested a trade. And for loyal fans, sometimes that can hurt when a player that you're very fond of requests a trade. Kind of feels like you're losing a friend type shit. So I understand why they would be mad about that. But to me, I just feel like it's unfair for some of these Rockets fans to be going as hard against James Harden as they're going, because this guy has played for the Rockets for 8 seasons. 8 seasons. Forget the seasons. That's 8 years of his life that he's dedicated to the Houston Rockets, bro. Have they paid him? Sure. But some of you guys haven't even worked at a workplace for more than a year. And you are the same people that are coming at James Harden crazy, talking about, oh, he's a traitor. Oh, fuck this guy. Yo, suspend him for the rest of the year. Trade him to the desert. Lock him in prison. Like, y'all are the same people that can't stay at the same workplace because you want to change the scenery. You can't stay at the same workplace for more than a year, but you're getting mad at James Harden for wanting to do the same thing. He's served you guys loyally for 8 years. He's been an MVP. During his time with Houston, he's averaged 30 points, 8 assists, 2 steals, and 6 boards per game. Bro, he's won MVP. He's been on All-NBA almost every single season. And now because he wants to change of scenery, he wants to go to a different workplace and play with his friend Kevin Durant. A lot of Rockets fans have an issue with it. Like, to me, that's just kind of crazy. Like, because if y'all were in the same position, you would do the same thing. If you got tired of working at a place, you would apply for a different job. Does that mean that you hate your workplace? Not necessarily. Does that mean you have ill will towards your boss? Not necessarily. It just means that you want a change of scenery. That's why I don't get with some of these Rockets fans. And I know majority of Rockets fans, they probably understand James Harden wants to leave. They appreciate the time that he served. I'm just talking to the Rockets fans that are getting so mad and angry at this guy for just simply wanting a trade. I did not see the same energy towards Russell Westbrook at all. I did not see any Rockets fans hating on Westbrook like, yo, what the hell? This guy wants to leave. Fuck him. Trade him, ban him, suspend him, all this shit. Like, I did not see that with Westbrook. It was very quiet for Westbrook. When Russell Westbrook, who requested a trade first, by the way, as we all know behind the scenes, the rumor is that Russell Westbrook found out that James Harden wanted a trade. So he requested a trade before Harden just to change the optics. But regardless of that, Russell Westbrook publicly requested a trade first, and he did not receive nearly the amount of hate that James Harden is receiving. So Rockets fans, whether you are hating on James Harden or you understand why he's leaving, how do you guys feel about the Harden situation? Are you seeing some of the same hate in the media that I'm seeing? It seems like a lot of Rockets fans are turning against this guy. I just don't see why. Like, a guy's been loyal to you for 8 seasons, taking you to the playoff every year for 8 years straight. Before him, you guys were dealing with Kevin Martin. Kevin Martin wasn't going to take you guys to the playoffs every year. Kevin Martin and a young Kyle Lowry wasn't going to get it done. You guys had James Harden carry you to the playoffs for 8 straight seasons. He never got you the chip. That's understandable. But you still have to appreciate a guy that leaves it all on the floor for you every single night. 40-point games, 50-point games, 60-point games. I'm not a Rockets fan, so maybe I don't understand. And if that's the case, guys, help me understand why hating on James Harden, wanting him suspended and fined and sent to a team that he doesn't want to be sent to, just out of spite, why is that justifiable? How is that justifiable? How is that fair? As I said earlier, I understand if you want to trade him to a team other than the Nets because you'll get a better package back. Like, for example, Philadelphia, get Ben Simmons back. But I don't jack this whole, like, trade him to a team he doesn't want to go to out of spite. If you're going to trade him to a team he doesn't want to go to, do it because you're getting a better package, not to spite James Harden. The Rockets need to make sure they get this Harden trade done correctly, because if they don't, it's going to screw them up for the next 5 years or so. They have to make sure they get the right things back in this trade. You saw with New Orleans, they got a whole treasure chest of picks and young players in exchange for Anthony Davis, and now they're in a position to build for the future. If the Rockets don't get a similar type package, their building for the future is going to be kind of tough. This is the type of situation that makes or breaks a franchise for years to come. So going forward, I do expect Harden to be traded from the Rockets, but I do expect him to start the season with the Rockets. I expect him to show up to training camp. When? I don't know. By the time this video is uploaded, he may show up to training camp today. I don't know, but I do expect him to show up to training camp. I do expect him to start the season with the Rockets. Give it a chance with John Wall, Christian Wood, DeMarcus Cousins, see what they can do. And then eventually he'll probably be traded by, if not the trade deadline, then in the offseason of this next season. So that's what I think is going to happen with Harden. Guys, Rockets fans, help me understand, like, how do you guys feel with the Harden situation? Have you turned your back on Harden as well? Do you guys appreciate the time that he served for the Rockets? Or, like, how do you guys feel? Because I don't see the same energy for the Rockets organization when they're trading players and they're making moves. Rockets fans, like, some of these Rockets fans are selfish, bro. If y'all trade a player, like, say you traded Russell Westbrook and you got back Bradley Beal, and Russell Westbrook didn't request a trade, you just did it, Rockets fans would be so happy to be like, yeah, let's go, Rockets, yeah, let's go. But you don't think about the fact that the Rockets just traded a man without his permission, without taking him into consideration. James Harden is literally just asking, hey, can you guys trade me? But I don't get why fans don't have the same hate for the organization when they trade these players against their will. Yes, they sign a contract that allows them to do that, but when a player just simply requests a trade, the team doesn't have to do it. But like, I just don't understand why people get so mad. Anyways, I'm not gonna just ramble on. I'm just gonna cut the video off here. I just don't get what's going on with some of these Rockets fans. Anyways, make sure you guys like the video, subscribe to the channel. New videos every week. All right, peace.